Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, are you familiar with the term enabling? I'm sure those of you who work in the counseling profession are well aware and well versed in the term. Well, I first learned about it when I was a young teacher, and a lot of us took some staff development, and we took some training in something called impact training. It was an intensive dive into the dynamics of drug and alcohol addiction. Our training was designed to help the school community better understand and better help students who were deeply involved in drugs and alcohol. But in essence, a simple definition maybe is that enabling is something people do, often without realizing it, to support or justify another person's unhealthy behavior. Behavior that, by the way, isn't just directed at drug and alcohol abuse. And because we are empathetic, we can relate and understand when those whom we love go through rough patches. And we want to be there because we love them. And we want to be there to help, regardless of how long it takes. Yes, sometimes it takes a while to identify unhealthy behavior because we'd prefer to just deny it. One way we deny a person's unhealthy behavior is to make excuses for them. Additionally, we cover up. We cover up for them by taking on their responsibilities or even sometimes completing their work. Or maybe, if it's a child, completing their homework. We ignore their behavior, and by ignoring it, we almost give this silent permission for it to continue. And enabling is confusing because most of us see no harm in doing something to help someone we love. And our faith tells us to extend our love to everyone, not just those who love us. From Luke, if someone strikes you on the cheek, turn and offer him the other. If someone takes your cloak, give him your coat as well. Give to everyone who asks you, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, steals something, don't ask for it back. So it would seem that helping those who are troubled has God's support. Not to mention what our faith teaches us about forgiveness and grace. Yet the line between helping and enabling is thin. And sometimes helping can look and feel like quite the opposite. Sometimes helping requires us to let people face the consequences of their behavior. We do this by learning to say no, by setting boundaries and being clear about consequences, and being clear about just how much support we're willing to give and sticking by that. And we have to spend a lot of time in prayer and just thinking, trying to wrap our heads around the idea that unconditional love isn't always warm and fuzzy. Well, today, Kurt's going to talk about the phrase, God helps those who help themselves. Is this God's way of saying he doesn't want to be an enabler? That he doesn't want any part in helping us spend our time on earth engaging in unhealthy behaviors for which we take no responsibility? Or does this statement reflect God's desire to work with us in a relationship, to co-create with the understanding that when we ask God for something, we are willing to do our part and not just sit back and wait for him to do all the work? Or is this statement a reflection of God's attitude about laziness? Does God reward those who show initiative over those who sit idle? There's a lot to unpack in the statement, God helps those who help themselves. And just where in Scripture do we find these words anyway? Welcome to worship. We are so glad you're here.